Nigeria is grappling with its worst cost of living crisis in decades. Inflation is soaring at over 34% annually, a 28-year high, according to Al Jazeera. And to put that into perspective, the article quotes Amnesty International saying, for many Nigerians, having ordinary rice at home is turning into a luxury.
Wow. It's one thing to read the statistics, but to hear it put like that, it really hits home. So what's causing this economic crisis? Is it just bad luck, or are there specific policies that have kind of made the situation worse?
I mean, it's definitely not just bad luck. While global economic factors play a role, government policies in Nigeria have definitely contributed to the hardship. All three sources highlight cuts to electricity and fuel subsidies as major contributors to this soaring inflation. And Sky News specifically points out that these cuts have led to an increase in the cost of transportation, food production, basically everything else.
Okay, so that's a major blow to the average Nigerian. Are there any other policies we should be aware of?
Yeah. Another key factor is currency devaluation. Essentially, the government has intentionally weakened its currency, the naira, in an attempt to stabilize the economy. However, as the CBS News article points out, this has had the unintended consequence of making imported goods much more expensive, which further fuels inflation.
So we've got these policies that are seemingly backfiring, hurting everyday Nigerians. And these were implemented under President Bola Tinubu, who took office in May 2023, promising renewed hope. Right.
That's right. And there's a certain irony in the fact that, as Al Jazeera reports, President Tinubu canceled his official events in Lagos on December 21st, the same day as the Abuja church stampede. In honor of the stampede victims, it kind of highlights the disconnect between the government's actions and the lived realities of its people.
Yeah, it does feel like a slap to the face a little bit. On one hand, you've got the president expressing condolences, and on the other hand, you have people literally risking their lives for a bag of rice because of policies his administration has implemented.
Yeah, it certainly raises questions about the government's priorities and whether their actions are really aligned with their stated goals.
Okay, so we've talked about these policies. That seem to be directly impacting the lives of Nigerians. But there's another element that's been mentioned across all three sources, government corruption. How does that fit into this economic crisis puzzle?
That's a crucial piece of the puzzle. Corruption within the government has a ripple effect on every aspect of the economy. It means that even when policies are designed with good intentions, they're often not implemented effectively, or the intended aid doesn't reach those who need it most.
Right. It's not just about the policies on paper, but about how they play out in reality. So what are we talking about here? Is it small-scale bribery, or are we talking about something more systemic?
It's definitely a systemic issue. We're talking about embezzlement of public funds, manipulation of contracts, and a general lack of accountability at various levels of government. This has eroded trust in the system and made it incredibly difficult to address the economic